A Cat and the Rats. Once upon a time, there was a guest house in the middle of a jungle. No one used to live in it, and therefore, plenty of mice lived in that house. There was plenty of food in that house for the guests to come and eat. But instead of the guests, the mice ate everything. One day, a nice big fat cat entered into this house. The cat had a nice time hunting the mice and killing them. The mice could not move freely now. They were afraid that any time the cat would come and eat them up. The mice wanted to do something. They held a meeting since all of them were worried for their lives. The head mouse said, "We must get rid of the cat. Can someone give a suggestion, please?" All the mice kept thinking, and a smart-looking mouse said, "The cat moves slowly. That is the problem. If we can tie a bell around her neck, then things will be fine. Know the movements of the cat."
Yes, this is the answer for it.
Agreed all the mice and began clapping and appreciating the mouse. They began discussing about how the bell would be and all the other questions that rose up. The head mouse interrupted and asked, "All of this is okay, but who would tie the bell?" After some moments, there was no one there to answer this question. All of them pointed the mouse, who suggested this idea. He replied back, "I gave all this idea, but to consider it or not is just upon you. So don't look at me like that." Now there was no hope alive for them. They began saying that nothing can save them now. After some time, all of them dispersed and hid into their holes. Moral of the story: saying something is very easy, but doing it is difficult. An ant and a dove. Once upon a time, there was a forest. There was a river in the forest. There was a big banyan tree on the bank of that river. A dove was living on that tree. The dove used to fly all over the forest in search of food. After achieving some food, it returns to its nest. After eating that food, it used to sleep. One day, when it was eating food, it saw an ant floating in the water of the river. The ant was trying very hard to protect itself. The dove lost its interest in the food. It decided to protect the ant. It picked out a banyan leaf and threw into the water nearer to the ant. Ant friend, climb in the leaf and save yourself." The ant climbed in the leaf immediately. The leaf was floating to the bank of the river. The leaf reached to the bank. Then the ant walked out safely to the bank. "Thank you for saving myself. I shall repay you later," the ant said, thanks to the dove. On hearing the ant's words, the dove laughed and said, "Oh, ant, you're a small creature. How can you help me? If I had not seen you today, what will be the consequence?" The ant wanted to make friends with the dove, which has saved its life. The ant arranged its nest under the tree. One day, a hunter with arrows came there suddenly. He was searching 4 sides for birds. He saw the dove eating food on the branch of the tree. The next moment, he aimed at the dove. The ant observed it and bit him. He cried loudly. His arrow lost its target. On hearing the cries of the hunter, the dove flew away from the tree. After the hunter had gone, the dove came there and said to the ant, "Oh, ant, I had underestimated you when you told me that you would help me in the future. Please forgive me. Today, without your help, I shall be no more with life. From today onwards, we're good friends. said the dove. The ant felt happy as the dove became its friend. Moral of the story: real friends never forget help. The story of a blue fox. Once upon a time, in a forest many years ago, there lived a fox. He was a very naughty fox. He used to trouble everyone living in that jungle. One day, he was extremely hungry, so he went in search of food. He wanted to reach the nearby village and search some food. On the way to the village, a group of dogs started to chase him. He was afraid, and he began running as fast as he could. In his hurry to escape, he sees a tub. As he tries to hide, he hits himself in that tub, and that tub was filled with blue color water. After a long search, the dogs were tired. As they could not find him, they went away. After some time, he comes out of the tub. As there was blue color in the tub, he also turned into blue color. But he could not see himself. He was relieved that the dogs have left him, and within a second, he went back to his place. The animals in the jungle were afraid to see a blue fox. They began talking among themselves, and when they saw this blue fox coming towards them, they began running away from him. The fox could not understand why all the animals were running. After some time, he felt thirsty. He went to the nearby pond and drank water. While drinking water, he sees his reflection in the sea. In the reflection, he appeared blue. He was quite afraid. Very soon, all the animals again gathered to talk. As they saw the fox coming back, they began running here and there. The blue color scares the most of animals, and they began running away. He thinks this is the time to take advantage of the blue color. He asks the frightened animals, "Why are you all so afraid? Why are you all running away from me? God has made me this way. He told me that the jungle has no ruler, and the animals have no one to guide them. So, He has sent me to be your king. From now on, I will be the king of this jungle, and you all will be safe in my rule and my protection." The animals were very innocent, and they all believed him. All the animals decided that they would treat the blue fox as their king from now. He was very happy. One day, a group of foxes began to howl. He also was a fox, and like a true fox, he gets up and howls in response to other foxes. The animals realized that he was not a special creation but just a normal fox. They got angry and began beating him. Moral of the story: we should never utilize our advantage in a bad manner. The wicked thought of a fox. A tiger and a fox were good friends in the forest. The fox used to collect the information about the availability of animals in the forest and give it to the tiger. The tiger used to attack the animals and kill them. Both the fox and the tiger used to share the meat equally. One day, a wicked thought came into the fox's brain. It thought, "I'm searching all the forest and giving the information of animals to the tiger. I'm doing a very hard work, but the tiger is simply killing them. So I have to take 2 shares and the tiger has to take 1 share. If I tell this thing to the tiger, it will kill me. Then how to solve this problem?" Suddenly, an idea struck its brain. It went to the frog friend and told the whole thing in its palm. The fox accepted to participate in the plan fairly. One day, the tiger and the fox were sharing their food under the tree as usual. The fox asked the tiger to give it 2 shares of meat. but the tiger did not accept it. Both of them argued for some time. "Why should we argue? Let's ask the tree goddess to solve our dispute," said the fox. "Oh, tree goddess, you have to solve our dispute. Tell about our shares. Who should take 1 share and who should take 2 shares?" asked the fox. A voice came from the hole of the tree. "The tiger should take 1 share of the meat and the fox should take 2 shares of the meat." Then the tiger said angrily, "I will see whether it is the goddess or not." The tiger put some dry grass in the hole of the fire and lit it. As the flames of the fire became half, then a big half-boiled frog came out of the hole of the tree. It said, "It is justice to share the food equally between you." It understood that supporting bad people is not correct. It ran from there. Moral of the story: don't try to support bad people.